Okay, hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Bunnysays. I'm just continuing right where I left off. I really want to continue the story. So, this is intriguing me a lot. Maybe the next couple games I'll be playing might be Sherlock Holmes games. So, okay, well, let's get on your waistcoat and let's get going. We're going to go to the Westgate
Prison.
Prison, apparently. We'll talk to Mr. Shaleman.
Here we are at the famous Westgate Prison, one of the oldest and shortest in the kingdom.
I've heard that it is soon going to be demolished. Don't you find it strange that it still houses criminals as dangerous as Hans Schielman?
There's nothing strange about it, Watson. The name of this prison is linked with numerous failed escape attempts. As long as it stands, the criminals will fear it.
Good.
Good morning, gentlemen. Are you expected?
No, but we wish to meet with one of your prisoners, Hans Schielman.
I'm afraid that at the moment that is impossible. Access to the cells is controlled strictly. You can't go there without permission from the director.
Then would you be so good as to announce us? I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is Dr. Watson.
The famous Holmes and Watson. What an honour. My name is Brighton. Frank Brighton. I'm afraid that I can't announce you. I'm not allowed to leave my post, under any circumstances. But I'm sure that the director won't refuse to see you, even without an appointment. Do you see the corridor behind the reception? Follow it to the secretary's office. You'll find him there.
Thank you, Warden Brighton. One last thing. Hans Schielman received any visits lately?
None. And I'm sure because I've dealt with receiving visitors for several weeks now. I volunteered because it's a calm post to be in. We don't get many visitors and it gives me time to write. Just like you, Dr. Watson. I enjoy literature and the...
Very good. Thank you.
Oh,
That was very impolite, Holmes. That man admires our work. You could have given him...
Another time. Let's go and meet the director of the prison.
That's very Sherlock Holmes. And he was very impolite. That wasn't very nice of him. I want to look at these rules here. Can I see them? You're allowed one visit each. Okay, visiting hours are approximately... What's it? 1:30 to 3 p.m. maybe? Wednesdays? Wow. All personal visits. You will. I really can't see these too well. Can I get closer? Can't see it. Oh, there we go. All personal visits will allow you. You will confine your talk to personal matters and refrain from discussing other inmates, institutional matters, etc. Physical contact shall not be allowed, of course. Food and beverages are not permitted. Interviewers and inmates shall remain seated during the visit. Okay, something... I think it shall not smoke. Visitors with your attorney or record may be arranged. Something. Okay. You're allowed one visit each. Let's go to the top again. From each month from members of your immediate family or other approved visitors. Visiting hours are approximately 1:30 to 3. Wow. Isn't that specific? 1:30 to 3:10 p.m. Okay. Well, let's go. Maybe I should apologize. Let me
Sorry,
see if I can
sirs.
talk to this
I'm
guy.
on duty. I can't help you.
Okay. I'm sorry about that. Sherlock Holmes
We
is a
must
little
see the
brusque.
prison director quickly.
He's a little brusque, more than the people aren't exactly his Okay, what's this?
Closed.
What is this?
Cleaning materials, otherwise known as a broom cupboard. Nothing of
Okay.
interest here.
Okay, let's head down to the administration hall. It says administration there. What is this about?
Closed.
Oh, okay, alright. These are all inmates, I imagine. Let's talk to the administrator. Is this... what does that say?
Closed.
Entryway. Okay. What's this about?
Staff cloakroom.
Okay, we don't need that.
The locker room. This is where the prisoner's things are kept.
Okay, well, we don't need that. We need the administrator.
We must see the prison director quickly.
Okay, the director.
Let us go to the secretary's office.
Yes. Okay, here we go. Okay. Here we are. Okay.
Good morning, miss.
Oh, excuse me, I dropped off. Good morning, gentlemen. What can I do for you?
I am Sherlock Holmes, and this is
Several
Dr.
times.
Watson. We would like to talk to the director.
I'll just go and see if he can receive you.
Oh, okay. This is
Tiredness,
Ms.
pale face,
J.
stiffness.
Patterson.
I believe that the young lady is expecting a happy event.
It would seem so.
Really? Like a proposal? Let's see what we have here.
This small rack is for urgent letters to be given immediately to the director.
Okay.
This charming secretary is Miss Jenny Patterson.
Exactly. Where did you go, Watson? Come back here.
What should we do next, Holmes?
Let's take a look at it. Oh, a little tea set.
Hot tea.
Oh, excellent. Let's see what else we have here. Anything of import? Now, they said Hans Sherwin didn't have any visitors at all. That guy swore to it. So maybe we're on the goose chase. I don't know. What's this about?
The director's office, Mr. P. Patterson. No need to go in there. Strange. The director and the secretary have the same name.
Oh, really?
I'm delighted to meet you, Mr. Holmes. I am Paul Patterson, director of this establishment. You
Excellent.
wish to talk to me? I hope this unexpected visit isn't to announce bad news.
No, do
No,
not
sir.
worry. We are investigating an affair of the highest importance, one which could potentially affect the security of the kingdom. Therefore, it is imperative that we interview one of your prisoners, Hans Schielmann.
Hans, the rat killer. He's been in here for a long while now, and he's had no contact with the outside. How could he be involved in such an affair?
That is what we would like to find out.
Yes,
And
exactly.
you have been commissioned by Scotland Yard?
Evidently.
Yes. A pass?
Very well. I have complete confidence in you, Mr. Holmes. I will draw up a pass that you should give to Warden James in the guardroom. He will show you to the cells.
Thank you,
sir.
Director.
Keep me informed of your progress. And if there is anything else, don't hesitate to let me know.
We shall certainly do so.
Certainly, of course. Okay, I guess we're talking to Ms. Patterson. Let's see if she has any family ties.
Miss Patterson, you have the same name as the director. Are you
She's a
related?
niece?
Come, Watson. Anyone who might have made the slightest study of anthropology would have noted the similarities between the young lady and her father.
Oh,
Mr. Holmes is right, I am his daughter, but he doesn't like to talk about it. I think he's afraid of being accused of favoritism.
I'm sure it was your qualities alone which secured you this position, miss.
If you must try out your powers of seduction, then what do you say about using them on the rat killer?
What? Really?
Goodbye, miss.
Goodbye, gentlemen.
Okay, we have a pass. Is there anything else in this room? Okay, it looks like we looked at everything except for Miss
Anything else,
Patterson.
gentlemen?
Well, no, not for now. Thank you for your help. I'm very grateful.
Let's go to the high security area, Holmes.
Okay, let's do that. Let's talk to this Mr. Hans Schulman. It's the code room, and that was the cleaning room.
Closed.
Okay, that's not the... I need to talk to that guard, I believe. So you don't know those other places for now. Let's go around to the front.
Sorry, sirs. I'm on duty. I can't help you.
Oh yeah, that's right. You can't leave your post. Okay.
Sorry, but this area is prohibited without a pass. Please leave.
I have a pass.
Ah, you've got a pass for the high security area. It's the door at the end. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. Oh wow, really? Is that the? Wow. Okay. They really wanted to make sure they.
It is
Logged off this
potassium
area.
nitrate, isn't it?
Yes. Saltpeter or whatever.
Saltpeter. So we have here.
It is
I
about the
see that
signing in book.
Yes. I want to know if there's.
It is about the
visitors.
signing in book.
Okay. What's this board here?
This information board is almost empty. Strange, in view of the activity in the prison.
Well, there doesn't seem to be too much activity in the prison, so.
My name is Peter James, Chief Warden, and this is Deputy Warden O'Sullivan.
Thank you, sir.
I imagine I will find Hans Schielman behind these bars in the basement.
Yes, the high security cells are down there.
Is this the only access?
Yes, there was a second door at the end of the main hall, but it's been blocked up as a security measure.
Thank you,
Okay.
Chief Warden.
At your service. If you require further information, Warden Mackenzie will help you. He's at his post in the basement.
Okay, Warden Mackenzie, Let me ask you about the inmates.
Tell me about the prisoners, Warden James.
We only have a few. As you might be aware, the days of this place are numbered. Therefore, we no longer receive new prisoners.
Okay.
Those who are already here are among the most dangerous in London. We have 3 at the moment. Hans the Rat Killer and the Flint brothers.
The Flint
see.
brothers.
Yes, 2 rather simple-minded maniacs who detest one another despite their relation. They massacred their parents and decapitated their neighbours.
Okay,
It took
that's
more
not
than
funny.
9 policemen to overpower them.
Wow. Okay, let's go for information.
There isn't any information on the notice board. Should there be notes about duties?
Yes, there should be, but Miss Patterson hasn't put up the guard's assignments for this week yet. It's not like
Okay.
her. Usually she does it first thing in the morning. Without these instructions, the guard in the basement won't be changed. I would go and get them, but I don't want the director to catch me there. He's very strict. He doesn't like us wandering around when we're on duty. And it would get his daughter in trouble. He's not being very pleasant with her at the moment, and I don't want to make things worse.
Really? Guard index cards. Let's talk about that for a
How does
moment.
not having the information about guard duty stop you from ensuring the watch in the basement?
Because of the system of opening the doors, Mr. Holmes. As you can see, they are equipped with a mechanical timer which answers to a code.
Okay.
When the timer stops, that is to say at the end of each watch, the doors block automatically and the code is reset. It is therefore impossible to open the doors without the new code.
And who has the code?
Only the guard who takes the new watch. He's the only one who can open the envelope that it's kept in. He learns it by heart and destroys the message.
Very clever. But let's look at the limits of this procedure. One false note, and the system falls apart.
Yes. But still, that's a pretty intimate procedure.
Mr. Holmes, I am a huge admirer of yours. I have
thank
followed
you.
all your cases and successes with the greatest interest.
What enthusiasm!
so.
Have you ever thought of a career in the police force?
Have I thought about it?
Yeah.
It's my dream. And I'm going to try my chance once this establishment closes down. I'm studying hard for the examination to get into police school.
You keep at that. Good for you.
See you later, Mr. Holmes.
Okay. Let's see what we have here.
The guards must spend long hours here.
Yes, I imagine they do.
I'm glad to have been of service, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you.
See you later, Mr. Holmes.
Okay. What about you? No.
I'm glad to have been of service, Mr. Holmes.
Thank you.
See you later, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, let's talk to Dr. Watson here. Let's talk to John.
Let's go to the high security area, Holmes.
Okay, let's do this.
It is the guard's guest book, perhaps for distinguished guests.
Let's see, they have a rack, a gun rack here.
These weapons are obviously ready to use in case of emergency.
And there are several of them, and they look very lethal.
This device must be the alarm.
Okay. Well, we know Hans Schielman hasn't, escaped or anything, so... But I'm wondering if he had visitors somehow.
Here's the famous high security area.
Warden Mackenzie, at your service, sir.
Good morning, Warden. I have a pass which allows me to speak with prisoner Hans.
Very well. It is the cell at the end to your left. I'd advise you to walk in the middle of the corridor.
Okay. Let's talk to him for a moment.
Warden Mackenzie, at your service, sir.
Okay, does he have anything to say? Is there anything special here? Okay, here are those two brothers. Let's ignore them. They have to be mean and put them exactly opposite each other so they just have to stare at each other all day. Okay. These are all sort of empty. These ones, okay, good enough. Here's a man. Looks like it's just the two brothers in the Hans Schielman, so let's talk to Schielman. Now.
Hans Schielman, I require some information from you.
Hopefully you'll give us something.
So, who do we have here? The celebrated Sherlock Holmes himself. Do you know that for all the time I have spent rotting in here, you are my first and only visitor? I think this is cause for celebration. A confrontation between two geniuses, two extraordinary minds.
I am afraid that you are not
Sherlock
quite as
Holmes,
great a chemist as you believe you are, Mr. Schielman. I will not say that you never were. No, it was certainly true once. But you see, while you are whiling away your days in here, it appears that someone on the outside is at the point of surpassing you, if that is not already the case.
Oh,
Yes, I heard
really?
about that. A chemical poison that eats away at the flesh and provokes hysteria. I recognize talent when I see it, but it's only a matter of time before I win back my laurels, believe me.
What can you tell me?
That depends on what you can bring to me.
It's interesting. Sherlock Holmes made the first. The first thing he said was try to bring up his gall by saying that somebody surpassed him in his poisoning, and sort of get up his professional sort of like his quote professional sort of ire, so to speak. So let's see. Okay, we want information from him.
What do you want?
Do you know why I am treated so harshly? For my meals, I am
Sure,
given
poisoner.
nothing but a hunk of bread. And even then, not just any sort. The...
Get to the point.
Never interrupt me!
Wow. Okay.
Where was I?
Oh, yes, the bread. Did you know that with a little rye yeast, a pinch of moss, certain cockroach secretions, just enough light and damp, with a few other ingredients that I will keep quiet about, I succeeded in poisoning half the staff here. Unfortunately, a little something was omitted, which would have made the results fatal. Instead, it merely caused acute attacks of stress and powerful hallucinations. Even
Oh,
so,
evil.
I got a great laugh out of watching them cry like babies when they saw their most primitive fears materializing before them.
You are a monster, Mr. Shieldman.
Certainly.
Thank you.
It wasn't a compliment.
But of course it was! You others, you ordinary, narrow-minded people, you are afraid of anything that you cannot comprehend. You call me a monster because what you find impossible to face is just the slightest fraction of my genius. If by monster you mean someone who is nothing like you, then it is a compliment.
Wow. Okay. This guy would not hesitate to poison you in an instant. Okay, let's talk about a pen.
What do you need?
Very little. Just something to write with. You see, my
Okay.
brain races like an engine with too many thoughts. I see them crackle and explode into thousands of formulae right in front of me. What a torture not to be able to write them down. What a hell to see them vanish just as quickly as they appear to me. Just bring me something that I can write with.
That's all. That seems an easy enough request to fulfill.
But listen, I don't want a vulgar inkwell and a pigeon's feather. No, I need material fit for my talent. I want my ink pen. Bring it to me, and I will be happy to pass on to you a little of my knowledge of modern chemistry.
Where is it?
It was confiscated upon my arrival here. I suppose it might be in my locker, in the locker room. Leave me now, and don't come back without my ink pen.
Okay, goodbye.
See you soon, Mr. Holmes.
How strange.
We must
Let me
go to
think,
the locker
Watson.
room, Holmes.
I'm wondering if... Well, I guess he wouldn't be able to poison anybody with a pen. I mean, well... That's absolutely not true. Even in real life, I absolutely know that for a fact. But...
Warden Mackenzie, at your service, sir.
I certainly know that for a fact, but I don't know if he will have any kind of materials to be able to do this. Let's talk to one of these guys. The locker room. Okay, let's... Alright. Let's...
I'm glad to have been of service, Mr. Holmes.
Okay.
Can you tell me where I might find the locker room?
In the corridor that leads to the director's office. That's where the prisoners' civilian stuff is held. But seeing the length of their sentences, they've little chance of ever getting it back.
Okay, he wants a pen, is that alright? I mean...
Can you open the locker room for us? We would like to inspect Shieldman's personal items.
No, Mr. Holmes. I'm not responsible for that. You will find the keys in the secretary's office.
Okay, it's good enough. Thank you.
See you later, Mr. Holmes.
Okay. Let's go to the secretary's office. This is the administration, right? These okay. We need to move faster. We're doing fine the way we are. What is this again?
Closed.
Oh no, okay, wrong way. It's the check room and the... Here we go. Let's talk to the Ms. Patterson.
Miss, may we borrow the keys to the locker room?
You will need authorization from the director to open that door. If you wait a moment, then I will inform him.
We will wait, thank you.
Thank you. Hello, sir.
Anything new, Mr. Holmes? Is your investigation advancing?
It certainly is. I'd like to investigate the prisoner's things.
Mr. Holmes, have you been able to get what you wanted from our lodger?
Not yet. We must first cast light upon a crucial point, and for that we require your help again.
What can I do?
I'd just like to investigate his locker.
We need to examine Shieldman's civilian clothing.
Very well, but be extremely careful.
Certainly.
What do you mean?
In that
You could have poisoned
madman's
all those
compartment,
things.
you will find a strange little coded case which refused point blank to open when he was incarcerated. We did try to force it, but without success.
Didn't you ask the experts?
Of course we did. Experts from Scotland Yard came to examine it, but they came to the conclusion that it was better that the case remain shut than tamper with it too much.
I see. They were afraid that some poison or other might escape if it was opened.
I would assume
Exactly.
that.
Bear in mind that this man is an evil genius, a master poisoner, and that his
Yes.
poisons are never ordinary.
Okay.
Here's the key to the locker room. I give you the authorization to open it.
Thank you, sir.
Good. Thank you, Mr. Patterson.
Miss Patterson, the guards are still waiting for you to put up the duty list. Do it as soon as possible. Without it, the changing of the guard cannot take place. Or had you forgotten?
What's going on?
Dry your tears,
She's
miss.
sobbing.
I'm certain that your father didn't mean to hurt you.
Mr. Watson, I can't put up the duty list. And when he finds out, he'll be furious.
Why not?
Why can't you?
It's in my locker, in the cloakroom, and I've lost the key.
Your aunt.
Say no more, Holmes. As you keep repeating, time is against us. Let's go and look at the things in the rat killer's locker.
Wait, hold on.
But what could I have done with the keys?
Well, we'll certainly keep an eye out for them. And
We must go to the locker room, Holmes.
okay, we'll go to the locker room, and on the way, we'll keep an eye out for our keys. Okay, just in case, I'm going to...
Closed.
Okay, I'm wondering if...
Closed.
What could she have been that she...
Locked. I can feel a draft. This must be the access to the inside yard. Closed.
Okay, just checking everything.
Closed.
Okay, I assume they all would be.
Closed.
Okay, I need to go to the locker room. Where is the locker room? Maybe this guy will inform me.
Sorry, sirs. I'm on duty. I can't help you.
Okay, the high security level and the low security level. I imagine it's the low security level. Where are you going?
This is the entrance to the ordinary prisoner's cell. There's no point in going there.
Oh, okay. The high security level. What is this about?
Leads to the high security area, where the most dangerous prisoners are locked up.
Okay, that's not the locker room, so alright. Where is this? It's maintenance? Did it say maintenance?
Closed.
Okay. Administration. Okay, let's... Now, down there was the guy. So... There are no lockers.
Sorry, Mr.
in
Holmes,
here.
you can't go into the basement for the moment.
For what reason?
The door has locked itself automatically. We must enter a new security code.
Do it, then.
Miss Patterson hasn't put up the guard duty list yet. Without that information, we don't know who's authorised to take note of the new code.
So Mackenzie is locked in the high security zone.
Yes, but don't worry about him. He's trained for this sort of dysfunction.
Why not ask the director to take note of the code and open the door?
He isn't allowed to, and I doubt that he would run the risk of going against the orders of the administration centre. Anyway, the bars in the high security section are joined to the alarm system, which is in that room. We only need to sound it to unblock, but you see we can't do that now.
We'll try to find the duty list, Warden James.
Certainly. Okay. That's early enough. Let's go down here. The high security level.
Closed.
Wait. Oh, do I have to use the actual keys? So what's going on? Oh, I do.
Closed.
Oh, okay, I have the keys. Okay, oh, okay, that was...
Closed.
Okay, there was no other... Okay, yep, there's no other way in there. I keep forgetting my inventory. I totally keep forgetting it.
This is the entrance to the ordinary prisoner's cell. There's no point in going there.
Oh, okay. They keep on doing that.
Closed.
Okay, let's just check all these rooms here.
Closed.
Okay. Where am I? Oh, it's gonna help me out here.
Closed.
No, I meant to talk to Watson.
We must go to the locker room, Holmes.
Okay, where is the locker rooms exactly? go. I'm guessing it's here.
Closed.
Okay, guess not. Where was that room with the draft?
Closed.
Because I'm guessing that's the... What's that say? Check room. Okay, that must be it. Here we go. Here we go. Just gotta read the signs. They're a little difficult to see, that's all. Okay, here we go. What is this?
Here is the locker of our friend, Hans, the mad scientist.
Okay, let's get his pen. Let's look at it first.
What a jumble.
A paper knife.
I'm not giving him that.
Blotting paper.
And
This
what is
solid
this?
box must hold a precious object. Let us see.
Oh. Okay. What does this say? As soon as the catastrophe came to be known, the alarm from malt to malt was blown, and the cry rang out all over the town. Good heavens, the Tay Bridge is blown down. In a passenger train from Edinburgh, which filled all the people's hearts with sorrow and made them for to turn pale, because none of the passengers was saved to tell the tale. How the disaster happened on the last Sabbath day of 1879, which will be remembered for a very long time. William Topaz McGonagall.
A poem in Hans's handwriting.
Interesting.
Blotting paper.
Okay.
Nothing of interest here. Nothing of interest here. Nothing of interest here.
I'm using the magnifying glass.
Nothing of interest here.
Okay.
No, I can't do that. Blotting paper.
Okay, I want to look at the...
Nothing of interest here.
Okay, I'm using the magnifying glass to look at the words.
Nothing of interest here.
Okay.
Nothing of interest here.
Okay.
A poem in...
Now that's some kind of puzzle here. All kinds of crazy letters. I have no idea what these letters are.
That's not right. Start again.
Okay, you picked 3 letters. Okay. Hold on, let me look at these.
Nothing of interest here.
Okay, can I...
No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that.
Okay, put the thing down. Can I
Blotting
use the
paper.
blotting paper on the...
Blotting paper.
Okay. Is this...
A poem in Hans's handwriting.
Good God. What is this poem? This puzzle? It's just a bunch of letters. Are they chemicals? They must be chemicals. Right? I mean... Let me look at this poem again. Tay Bridge is blown in the passenger train for Edinburgh, which filled all the people's hearts with sorrow, made them turn pale. William Topaz McGonagall.
A poem in Hans's handwriting. A poem in Hans's handwriting.
Okay, this is going to be difficult. What is this thing?
No, I can't do that. I can't do that.
This is...
I can't do...
What is this thing? A pen? It looks like a knife, so... Can I use
I
it
can't
on the
do
paper?
that.
Or...
I can't do that.
Okay. I use
Nothing
it
of
on the
interest
paper.
here. Nothing of interest here.
So... I'm guessing these are all chemicals, right? Like... Fe is iron, and tin, zinc, and chlorine.
That's not right. Start again.
My God, how am I supposed to figure this out? Okay, wait, hold on, let me get out of this.
Blotting paper. A paper knife.
Okay. Let's see if we could... Okay, wait, is... Inventory 6 cents. There we go. Let me...
This
oh, wait.
solid box must hold a precious object. Let us see.
Let me use my 6 cents while I'm looking at the box. Okay, I can't. Okay, EA.
This solid box must hold a precious object. Let us see.
Okay, there is no EA. Okay. That was just a... Wow, gold. Magnesium, maybe sodium, and
That's not right.
iron.
Start again.
Oh, good Lord. What was that? Okay. Is there are they telling me? There must be... Oh, maybe I could use... Okay, here we go. Oh, I got new stuff. First class chemist. It was the bisulfate of Beridia. What? Pea super. Moonshine is the brighter thing than fog. But this is a pea super. You asked for help a great deal. Yeah, I did. If you happen to be watching, I'm asking you. Let me get out of here and talk to Dr. Watson. Maybe he's a doctor. Come on.
What should we do next, Holmes?
No. Let me look around here first. Maybe we could find that woman's things.
What should we do next, Holmes?
What do you think? I mean, do you think we should...
Oh, what
My
a
God.
jumble.
This solid box must hold a precious object. Let us see.
There should be some clue to it, though. I mean... Why would it... Let's take the ones that have two.
That's not right. Start again.
Hmm. Oh my God, there's so many of them. I don't know what could possibly... Okay. This might be something I might have to look up. Because... I literally have no idea.
This solid box must hold a precious object. Let us see.
My chemistry is 30 years out of date. Okay, oh, maybe, you know what? Maybe...
This solid box must hold a precious object. Let us see.
Okay, maybe... No. I was thinking
This solid box must hold a precious object. Let us see.
my inventory. I was thinking my inventory. Okay, no. Matches.
This solid box must hold a precious object. Let us see.
Okay, that did nothing. I think I'm going to have to look up help for this. Because... You know what? I will run around a little bit more in the jail to see if I could maybe find that woman's thing, and then maybe she'll tell me something. Or maybe I should go back and talk to that guy. He might say something. Oh, what? Really? Oh, this is secretary. What am I talking about? Where is... Okay, let's talk to her for a second.
What could I have done with the keys?
Okay, it's okay. I'll find your keys. I mean, they're gonna be in here somewhere, right? I mean... Let's look for the keys first for a second. Because... Okay, this is the check room, so that's not... This is the cloakroom.
Closed.
No, damn it. This is the entryway.
Closed.
Okay. Didn't help. This is the... Okay, there's nothing written here.
Locked. I can feel a draft. This must be the access to the inside yard.
I need to keep my magnifying glass out just in case here. Okay, no, it's not.
Closed.
Okay. There's a certain sort of pause every time.
Closed.
Okay.
Closed.
Okay, Watson, do you think I have anything? Or...
What should we do next, Holmes?
Okay, that's not helpful. You need to talk to those guys, I think, inside that room. Or that idiot back in the stupid... Okay, here are the guys inside the room, right? Okay. This is the low security level that they will allow me to go into.
Sorry, sirs. I'm on duty. I can't help you.
Okay, and the high security level. Let's check down here.
Closed.
Okay, I can't go to the high security level without the thing. Okay, so let me see here.
It is potassium nitrate, isn't it?
Yes. Saltpeter or whatever.
Okay, potassium nitrate.
It is about the signing in book. This
Potassium
information
nitrate.
board is almost empty. Strange, in view of the activity in the prison.
Okay, potassium nitrate. That might have something to do something with it.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
Okay. Let's look at this.
See you soon, Mr. Holmes.
Okay, I want to look at the book.
It
here.
is the guard's guest book, perhaps for distinguished guests.
Could I go around and look at anything? Or... No? Oh, okay, what was that thing over there? That's the
This
bell system.
device must be the alarm.
The guards must spend long hours here.
Okay, let me get out and talk to him.
I can't do that.
Oh yeah, I can't get out and talk to that idiot now.
See you soon, Mr. Holmes.
So... Okay, the only clue I can think of is potassium nitrate. Saltpeter. Is there anything in here? Maybe I should have to come back here, I guess. You know what I will do?
What should we
is
do
I will-
next, Holmes?
I will, you know what? I'll come back here. I'll go to the grave site first, and then maybe there's clues there. And then I have to come back here. Because I can't think of a thing otherwise. I mean, no, I mean, potassium nitrate, that's like an eye or something like that, or that, like, saltpeter. You know what? I'll look up saltpeter. Maybe it's a... You know what? I'll do it right now. I hope this... Can I quick save? Let me save. Just in case the game crashes or something. Let me look up potassium nitrate real quick. Because, let me see. Nitrate. What is the chemical formula for potassium nitrate? Okay. NO3. Okay, but KNO3. Let me write that down. I don't know if you could hear me. Saltpeter, so it's okay. I have a note here. Thing. Yep, I have a note. Okay. KNO3 NO3 potassium K nitrate ions NO3. Yeah, okay. So alkali metal nitrate. Let me see here. Okay, the properties are okay. Thermal decomposition. Okay, mineral sources. Other anions, potassium nitrate. Okay. Nitric acid. Yeah, that's potassium nitrate, ammonium nitrate, and potassium hydrochloride. So that's NH4NO3 AQ. Okay, you know what? Screw that. There's no way in hell I'm gonna. Okay, fertilizer. He said saltpeter. He said mention saltpeter. Let's look at saltpeter. Okay, saltpeter. Salt. Peter. Okay, which is KNO3. Niter. Okay, it's basically KNO3. Okay. Let's go back to the game real quick and okay, let's see if we can do something with KNO3. Okay. Let's see if that will do anything. Let's not leave just yet. Was it this room?
Closed.
No. What was the... Okay. The locker room was down here, right? Check room. Okay, that's it.
Closed.
No. What? Cloak room? Check room. Here it is. Okay, KNO3.
Oh, what a jumble.
This solid box must hold a precious object. Let us see.
Okay. Could this possibly be it? Okay, is there a K? Okay, there's no K at all. Is there a K? K. Okay, NO. 3. Potassium nitrate would be Ni. Right? I mean, NO. Is there an NO? Hold on. NO. How do I press 3? Is that? So the only thing I see with NI here is...
That's not right. Start again.
Okay, K, nitrate, Peter.
That's not right. Start again.
Okay, alright. Alright, I'm going to... I'm probably going to have to look this up. I don't know enough about chemistry to understand this, so... You know what? I won't do that. I'm gonna go to the graveyard first. I'm gonna leave here and go to the graveyard and see if we could come up with some clues at the graveyard that might tell us to come back here and figure it out. So I'm gonna do that. So it's an hour, and we've been trying to figure this out, and any help would be appreciated. Thank you for joining me on Bunnysays, and hopefully we'll figure this out in the next episode. So, goodbye, and I hope to see you again soon. So, goodbye.